You know, sex is not necessarily an Olympic sport, although many would hope that it is. There is much controversy surrounding it at the Olympics. And I mean, it is Valentine's Day, so I feel like we should sort of get real.
Yeah,
you know, Jesse?
let's do that.
Yeah, because some athletes are saying that they can't, get romantic, I guess is what I'm trying to say here on morning television. Before an event, some people are saying they can, and if you remember at Sydney, you know, the whole city ran out of condoms. So clearly people are excited at the Olympics.
I don't remember that, but you
I remember it
clearly
vividly.
do. Yeah.
So we just want to know what's going on.
Right, and thankfully we have skeleton racer Jeff Payne's wife, Ali, and hockey superstar Colleen Sestoric's husband, Ken Rumsey, to embarrass and then fill us in on just how romantic or not romantic it is to be married to an Olympian. Happy Valentine's Day to you two.
Why, thank you.
Well, yes, and speaking
Thank you.
of which...
Happy Valentine's Day to you, too.
Thanks, Ali. Ali, I want to know something from you. I read that you love your husband, Jeff, in his spandex one-piece unitard so much, you actually ask him to put it on for you every Valentine's Day. Is that true?
That is true. Unfortunately, he's not home for Valentine's Day, but it's a very cheap present.
Well,
hey.
Hopefully he left you with some sort of Polaroid or something, maybe.
Oh, it's burned in here.
A nice mental picture.
Now, Ali, you and Jeff actually have a book coming out, The Business of Marriage and Medals. And you've been pretty open about the cost of marrying an Olympian. Is this time of year the hardest, would you say, for the love life?
Yeah, well, yes. When we're not in the same city and often the same continent, that's very difficult for the love life.
Right.
This particular time with the Olympics around right now, there's not a lot of romantic talk going on. We're just handling logistics and staying positive, staying on top of what's coming up in the next 5 days for us.
Right. Let's talk about that. And here's a question for both of you. You two can. First thing in the morning, getting frisky before the big event, good idea or bad idea? Ken.
Bad idea.
Bad idea.
Yeah, they have to focus, they have to prepare.
Get their rest.
Yes.
Ali, would you agree on that one?
I think men and women are very different. For men, it might not be a bad idea.
Really?
For women, probably, I agree.
I was going to say, I feel like that would almost get you focused.
Right.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, men have a different expression of that tension than women do, so...
That's true.
Well, that actually, I think, is the question that everyone was asking.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, Ken, I think to say, the pressure on women's hockey at this point is really intense.
Yes.
Who gets more nervous, you or Colleen?
Definitely me. I know we watched the Grey Cup this year. She's a big Saskatchewan Rough Rider fan, and she said she was more nervous for that game than any hockey game she's ever played in, including the 2 gold medal games, the last 2 Olympics.
Wow,
really?
Speaking of focus.
For me, I'm totally the other way around. I get a lot lumped in the chest when,
Are you feeling nervous
when I'm watching.
now?
Not too bad right now.
You just had an 18-0 victory, your wife's team there, so you're feeling pretty good.
I'm feeling pretty confident at this point, but when the games get a little more high stress, high scale, once we get into the semifinal,
the heart will be racing.
Then, yeah, it'll definitely be a lot more pressure on them, and
I mean, I get nervous just watching it.
And you don't know any of them.
And I am not personally or intimately linked to anyone.
No, unfortunately. And Ali, this year there's been so much talk about, the danger of luge, and for good reason. Skeleton, I mean, we just saw Jeff going to, it's head first. Does it ever get hard supporting him, knowing just how risky that sport can be?
It doesn't, actually. Skeleton and luge are inherently very, very different sports. And yet, the events of Friday are a real reminder that there is inherent risk in everything and nothing is guaranteed. So we are very confident about his safety and that he will be successful. And again, it's a moment to really remember what we are risking.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, here's the question I have here on Valentine's Day. A lot happens in the athletes' village. We're not allowed in.
We've tried.
Conjugal visits. Is that something that is permitted?
Ken.
It's definitely a question that a lot of people have bugged me about and asked me about, but no, I know they do have high security around the Olympic Village, and even spouses aren't allowed in.
Ali, why do you think that is? Why do you think that is, Ali? Do you think is it the focus thing? They're trying to...
Absolutely, absolutely. It's out of respect for the athletes and the work and the effort they've put in to get there. That as much as it would be great for his immediate family to see what the village is like, it could be disrupted to other athletes who have an event the next day. And I really respect that. Those athletes have given much of their lives to get where they are and to have the opportunity to represent their country.
Absolutely.
So that's fine with us. We'll see him after his event for a few minutes.
Good. Well, happy Valentine's Day to you two lovebirds. And thank you so much for joining us. Good luck to you and your spouses. And here's the thing, if you want to Twitter us at CTV Olympics, tell us which Olympian you would like to make your Valentine. Okay?
It's festive.
It's a festive. We're throwing it out there at CTV Olympics. And we'll be right back. Thank you.
Thanks.